It was 1943. The Second World War was in full swing, and the U.S. Army Air Force had opened Basic Training Center number 10 in Greensboro.
It was like a big city. It had everything on it. Had its own hospital, had its own theater, had its own bowling alley.
By the next year, the 650-acre base became the Overseas Replacement Depot. Dot Latham was in her 20s at the time, with her husband John on bombing runs deep inside Germany. She trained as a nurse's aide and worked at a military contractor. She was also a volunteer at the USO.
We're all part of the war effort.
And this was just another part of that.
It was just a way to help.
And with up to 40,000 servicemen stationed here at a time, the city was flooded with them on weekends.
Looking for, movies and shows and places to go, and the USO was just a natural for them.
They were being trained for overseas duty in the war.
Some of them were very young and very lonely. I mean, they were just kids, most of them.
And the USO provided fun and a home away from home.
We made coffee, we had donuts, we had sandwiches.
Bob Hope even paid a visit. Dot's in this photo on the left.
They had always had a music, and we talked to them, fed them, and danced with them.
The buildings that house Greensboro's USOs are now gone. The club that was located here on Elm Street has been swallowed up by downtown development. The second on Market Street was replaced by a YMCA. While the base gave way to the city's first shopping center and a boom in development, some of its buildings can be found if you look in the right places. John made it back from the war, and the couple raised 5 children. Dot proudly displays his medals.
My attachment to him was what I did here, because I couldn't do anything for him.
ORD had processed 330,000 servicemen by war's end, and the 90-year-old still thinks about those years.
What I remember the most about working in the USO was that how grateful these men all were that we took the time to come and talk to them and sit with them and have Cokes with them.
In Greensboro, Bob Costner, News 14 Carolina.